Hello and thank you for watching this ag forecast for the Canadian Prairie. I'm Andrew Pritchard, Senior Meteorologist with Nutrien Ag Solutions. We'll start off with a satellite picture here on Friday morning. Happy Friday to you. I really hope you have a wonderful weekend. It's going to be wonderful if you love wintry weather as you head back toward Alberta and southwestern portions of Saskatchewan. No one feeling real warm right now, but as you head further off to the west, that's where we'll see the better chance for some snow, some accumulating snow as we head into the weekend and early next week. A lot of cold air coming around the base of our trough that we have anchored across the region. Temperatures below freezing for just about everyone here on Friday morning. You can find a couple single-digit readings just a bit above zero as you head into southern Alberta, into maybe central Alberta. It looks like Edmonton, we've got 1 whole degree here on Friday morning. 1 whole degree and probably seeing some light snow, again accompanying the system as it makes its way in. You can see the radar here. This is right around 9 or 10 o'clock this morning, so if you're watching this video later in the day, be sure to take an updated look here. But we'll use the high-resolution NAM model in a moment just to track when the snow is going to be expected to continue here as we head through the weekend. Now, I thought this was kind of cool, the 500 millibar height pattern on the left and the total snow accumulation forecast on the right as we head through the weekend into early next week really reflect the pattern well. We've got this big ridge across the Gulf of Alaska and then the trough across Western Canada dipping down into the Great Lakes, jet stream doing something like that. Well, you can follow the active storm track right along that line then, right around the base of this trough where we're seeing those storm systems being kind of wrapped around the base of that trough through the Canadian Prairie into the northern plains. You also get some snow squeezed out here across parts of northern Saskatchewan into central and northern Manitoba beneath the very cold cloud tops of that upper level low. So there's the pattern there. You can see the flow coming up and over the top of the ridge around the base of that trough, resulting in a corridor of snow right through the Canadian Prairie, through at least southern and western portions of the Canadian Prairie down into the northern plains. The temperature outlook here doesn't change much over the next 10 days. We're looking at days 1 through 5 on the left, days 6 through 10 on the right. And again, a lot of cold air going to be anchored in here across the Canadian Prairie. Not going to be going anywhere anytime soon as we head through the next week or so. Here's the high-resolution NAM model. This will take a look at the snow and the precipitation forecast today. Again, probably seeing some sunshine across southeastern Saskatchewan into southern Manitoba. Feel free to correct me or validate me here. But otherwise, we're talking about cloud cover and some snow across central and southern Alberta, stretching into southwestern Saskatchewan by the end of the day today. This is what it'll look like here as we head toward midnight. Some snow flurries possible across southern Alberta. I should also mention through this region as we head through the afternoon and evening hours today, some snow squalls possible there, producing locally heavy snowfall and some low visibility with some of the strong winds and the snow across the region. That's probably ongoing at this point, so maybe not news to those of you who are looking out the window and seeing that happening. Now, as we head into Saturday, we will see a bit of a break. We're going to see some of this light snow across areas north of the Prairie, north of Highway 16. This is being kind of squeezed out by the upper level low in the area, but we'll get a wedge of some drier air, some clear air here. We might get some sunshine for the day on Saturday across the Prairie before another system kind of sneaks in across the south, bringing another light coating of snow to southern Alberta as we head through Sunday into Sunday night. Another wave coming out here as we get into Monday, bringing some light snow once again to central and southern portions of Alberta into southwestern Saskatchewan. So as we look at the total precipitation forecast between now and 7 p.m. on Monday, again, total liquid precip on the left, total snowfall forecast. This is raw output from the NAM model, so don't take it as a fact, but you can kind of see our corridor here where we could get anywhere from 5 to 15 millimeters of snowfall. You can get much higher as you get into the Rockies there, but as we talk about the lower elevations, the Prairie, the Ag Belt, we're talking about 5 to 15 millimeters of snow, heaviest as you head further west across Alberta. So here's the jet stream flow again as we head through the next 7 days, continuing to fling storm systems around the base of that trough through the Prairie into the northern plains. That's the pattern. It just does not change over the next 7 days or so. So this is what we get when we look at the precipitation forecast. It's almost like a pinwheel here, watching systems just rotate around the base of the trough. It maybe be better if I draw it like this, but that's why we end up with the heavier snowfall forecast right across this region. But by and large, all of us getting the cold air being wrapped around the backside of this thing, out of the Arctic, being brought down into the Prairie, and at times making its way all the way into the central United States. So here's the temperature anomaly forecast. Again, you just see waves and pulses of these cooler temperatures, the coldest of which likely to make their way in here as we go through the weekend, but it's still possible as we head into next week we'd see reinforcing shots of that cold air making its way in. The probability of picking up 3 inches or 7.5 centimeters of snow between now and Wednesday at midnight, again, generally along and south of Highway 1 as you make your way across Alberta into Saskatchewan. Maybe a little bit south of Highway 1 then, obviously, as you head into Manitoba. But I would say, Calgary over toward Grand Prairie into southwestern Saskatchewan, pretty good chance we're going to see our first coating of snow if we haven't already seen it at this point. I know Calgary, you got a light coating, or at least some of the surrounding areas did here as we woke up on Wednesday morning. So if you haven't seen it now, a lot of folks in the western Prairie are going to be seeing your first snowflakes as we head through the weekend. Here are your highs, your lows over the next 10 days in Calgary. Not a single low to be found above freezing here. As we head through the next 10 days, we certainly are transitioning to a very winter-like pattern. Same thing in Edmonton, same thing in Saskatoon. Your highs flirting with 0, a couple degrees above at times. Overnight lows right around -9, -10. Regina, same thing. Winnipeg, just slightly warmer. High temperatures around 2 to 5 degrees over the next week with overnight lows right between -3 and -6. Have a great weekend. Send me those snow photos. Of course, we're not ready for that down here in the Midwest, but I'd love to see what you're dealing with. Send them to me in email, andrew.pritchard@nutrien.com, or find me on social media at SkyDrama. Have a great weekend, great Friday. We'll talk to you again on Monday morning.